Hello everyone, this is Zafar Ali Khan. I'm here to explain Cambridge O-level computer science pre-release material. This is just an explanation session which I am recording so that you could understand what the task is requiring from you. It is a learning by doing section rather than a technical discussion. We will be more focused over how the whole thing is happening. Uh, so let's start. First of all, it starts with your preparation for the examination should include attempting the following practical tasks by writing and testing. So remember, whatever the validation checks that we are uh, programming further will be checked against the test data. So that will be the part of questions later. So it says that tasks by writing and testing a program or programs. The thing is, as you can see, in task 2, the task 1 is being extended. And again in task 3, task 1 is being extended. Unlike all the other times where every task was an enhancement to the previous task and the other task cannot be done until unless the previous task is done. Logical progression, these are a bit different. Here the task one is the complete program and then we extend the program in task 2 and again for task 3 again we are actually extending task 1. So they can be treated as a whole program in their own, or they can be rewritten for the extension thing. So let's see. Uh, it is about car park payment system. A car park payment system allows customer to select the number of hours to leave their car in the car park. The customer will get a discount if they enter their frequent parking number correctly. The system calculates and displays the amount the customer must pay, the price of parking, the number of hours the customer can enter, and any discount depend upon the day of the week and arrival time. The number of hours entered is a whole number. That means that, like in here, they said that a customer inputs the day, hour of arrival, excluding minutes. What does that mean? For example, someone has arrived at 15:45 hours. We will enter 15 only. 45 will be ignored. The thing is that they say that whatever the hour in which you have arrived will be charged fully. No matter if you have arrived 45 minutes later, still the whole hour will be charged. That's why they are asking that we will be ignoring any minutes. All the minutes are excluded and only the hour will be taken. So uh, the price per hour is calculated using the price in force at the arrival time. No parking is allowed between midnight and 800 hours. So let's have a look at this data table where they have shown the day of the week, and there are two time slots from 800 hours to 1559 and from 1600 hours to midnight. Over here, this table says that if someone arrives in first half, which is from 8 to 1559, uh, the prices the prices per hour will be charged. Whereas in here, if someone arrives from 1600 hours onwards, price per hour will not be charged. Rather, there will be a simple single charge of uh, 2. All right. I earlier thought that this would be again per hour charge, but there are two things. First, that over here it is mentioned that prices are per hour, and over over here it is just the price. And the thing is, in one of the example in task 3, they said that, for example, a customer arriving at 14:45 on Sunday and parking for 5 hours was previously charged 10 and would now be charged 6. So if the customer is arriving at 14:45 means the arrival hour is 1400, that is 2 p.m. on Sunday, and is staying for 5 hours. So this is 1400, 1500, 1600, 1700, and 1800. So they will be charged from 14 to 1800, but 14 and 15 will be charged 14 and 15 will be charged per hour. So that will be 2 hours multiplied by 2 becomes 4. And afterwards, 16, 17, and 18 will only be charged for rupees 2. So that would be 4 plus 2, 6. So over here they have mentioned it. Uh, a customer arriving at 14:45 on Sunday and parking for 5 hours would now be charged 6. So that means that this is the flat charge for any number of hours from 1600 till midnight. Whereas over here, these are the charges per hour. So now maximum stay in hour for the different days is different. But over here, on any given day, when someone arrives after 1600 hours, they can stay up to midnight. So for any calculation, we will be actually looking into these maximum stay in hours if someone would have arrived between 8 and 15:59, whereas if someone arrives after 1600, they can stay up to midnight and they will only be charged 2. So if we look at this data grid further, on different days in first half, maximum stay in hours allowed is different. On Sunday it is 8 uh, for rupees 2 per hour. On Saturday it is 4 hours they can stay max at the rate of 3. Whereas on any other day they can maximum stay for 2 hours and they would have to pay 10 for every hour they stayed. So now a frequent parking number can be entered for discount parking. This number consists of 4 digits and a check digit. So it means that the whole number, which is frequent parking card number, will be composed of 5 digits, out of which first 4 digits will be just for the number and the fifth digit will be the check digit. And they have said that it is calculated using modulo 11 check digit calculation. So when we are here, let us discuss this question, which is question 7A, and it is from October, November 2015, P12. They have explained here that how this check digit thing works. So they said that every single digit will be positioned from left to right. So let's say if we are entering So let's say if we are entering 4, 2, 4, 1, and 5. So every single digit in this number will be multiplied by its uh, location, digit position. And then result will be added together. that is 49. 4, 4, 4, 12, 12 plus 12, 24, 24 plus 25, 49. And then this 49 will be divided by 11. And the remainder 5 will be the check digit. That is how it works, kind of. So let's say if we have a check digit, a number with a check digit, which is, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is the original number, and this one is the check digit. So let's multiply 1 by 1, 2 by 2, which is it's the number, and this is their position. 3 and 4 will be multiplied by 4, and 5 will be multiplied by 5. If this is the correct check digit, then modulo of this check digit must be 0. So let's see. So this is 1, this is 4, this is 9, this is 16, and this is 25. Let's add them all together. Becomes 55. And if we divide this 55, we would have nothing left. So it means that this is the correct check digit. This is the strategy that we are going to use. Let's say if we have a different number, 1, 5, 3, 9, and 2. So this one will be our check digit. So let's check if it is correct. So 1 will be multiplied by 1, 5 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 3, 9 multiplied by 4, and 2 will be multiplied by 5. These all results will be added together. $66. And if we divide this by 11, this is a correct check digit. Let's try another number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Multiply them by their positions. 5, 8, 9, 8, and we have 5 here. This is now 35. And if we divide it by 11, we would have something left, which means that it is incorrect number enter. So this is the strategy that we are going to use to check our entered number. This would be a check, but not in terms of rejection of the number as usually happens in validation, but it would be used as a marker if the discount is given or not. So let's read it again. A frequent parking number can be entered for discounted parking. This number consists of 4 digits and a check digit that is calculated using modulo 11 check digit calculation. So we are adopting modulo 11 method from this October-November 2015 question 7A. But over here it is given for 8 digits. We are adopting it for 5 digits only. A discount of 50% is available for arrival time from 1600 to midnight. So if someone arrives after 1600 hours to midnight, they will be given 50% discount. And if someone arrives in early morning, means from 8 to 15:59, they will be given 10%. Now, write and test a program or programs, whatever. If you are going to write a single program or multiple programs, we would have to test them. And let's just see how the whole thing can be simulated. Write and test a program or programs to simulate the car park payment system. Your program or program must include appropriate prompts. Now, what are prompts? Prompt is something which actually makes you enter the data. Means, let's say if they ask you to enter your name and cursor is blinking over here, or it is said that age is equal to 16, or if it is said that address is entered as like this, Karachi, Pakistan, name is Zafar. So these things which actually makes you enter data or understands output. Suppose this was input. So this prompt makes you input the name. Suppose this was output. So this prompt makes you understand what is the age. And suppose this address was input where you have entered your address. So these are the prompts. So prompts make our users of the program to enter data easily. Now, your program or program must include appropriate prompts for the entry of the data. Data must be validated. So validation checks for every data entry, whatever it is mentioned, must be uh, done. All right. Error messages. Error messages. If the validation fails, then we would have to incorporate few of the error messages so that user has an idea that what is correctly entered and what is not. All variables. We are going to have few variables, few constants, and we have to name them properly. We will see all these things, especially error messages and variable names and constant names when we will be discussing the whole task technically. At the moment, it's just the simulation or the observation of the task. So let's start with task one. Task one says that it is about calculating the price to park the car. A customer inputs the day. All right, so let me simulate this for you as well. So let's choose task one. Customer is entering a day, let's say Sunday. Then they say, let's put both screens on. together so that you can read and observe. All right. A customer inputs the day, the hour of arrival, excluding minutes. So enter hour of arrival. So let's say customer is getting in at 1400 hours. We have not mentioned any minutes after 1400 hours, as I discussed that uh, only hours will be taken because the hour in which you have arrived will be charged fully. The number of hours to leave their car, number of hours to leave their car. So let's say it is Sunday. It was mentioned that if someone arrives in first um, um, half, they can stay up to 8 hours. So let's enter 10 and see what they say. Today, 10 hours stay is not allowed. That means that the data is being validated. So let's make it 8 hours. It will be accepted because it is Sunday and maximum stay in hours is allowed, which is 8. It is entered and accepted. Now, number of hours to leave their car, that is done, and a frequent parking number if available. If available means you would have to ask your user if they have a frequent parking number. So let's say yes, I do have one. Then it is asking enter frequent parking card number. So let's input it. If you do remember from our discussion, you would have to notice that this is not that sort of validation which rejects wrong input. As it says here, if the frequent parking number has an incorrect check digit, means if it is entered wrong, and we have calculated and found that it is entered wrong by having a check digit which is not 0. I mean, the check digit is there, but the calculation module 11 is not 0 with it, then it is wrong, but it is not being rejected. It says that then no discount can be applied. We won't be notifying our user that the card number is wrong. Rather, we would only be like, we are not going to give any discount to it. So let's enter a wrong one. Let's say I have entered 12349. The correct one was 12345. So it is wrong. It didn't say anything about it, but discount given false. So prices to park are 16. So let's see how. First completed. The price to park based on the day is Sunday. The hour of arrival, time of arrival was 1400. The number of hours, car parking, number of hours was 8 over here. Over here. Parking number, the number of hours parking required and any discount available, but no discount was calculated because the number that was entered was wrong. Is calculated and displayed. So here is the whole display. So let's do it once again without commentary, just straight to the task. Let's see if it works. And this time I'm going to enter a correct um, um, frequent parking number. So day is Monday. Over here, the validation check is presence check. If I enter it empty, it will actually reject it. You can't leave the day blank. So let's make it Monday. Enter hour of arrival. So let's say it is first half. I arrived at 10 a.m. Maximum stay on any other day than Sunday and Saturday is 2 hours. So let's enter 3. Today 3 hours stay is not allowed, so let's enter 2. And let's say, yes, I do have one, and I'm entering it, and this time I'm entering it correct. So let's see. Day is Monday, time of arrival is 10, I stayed for 2 hours, and discount given is now true. So the discount is now 10%. So 10 hours, 10 price are 10 per hour. For 2 hours, it would be 20, and the 10% discount is given, which is um, reducing the price to 18 now. So I hope that you got it, what this task is requiring us to do. And let's go ahead and see what's the next task. Next task is about keeping a total of the payments. Now, this task is the extension of task 1. Excuse me. Extend task 1 to keep a daily total of payments made for the parking. So it's kind of a loop which actually will go on until you decide to end the day. And then a total of all the parkings, data entry, and calculated price will be shown. So let's see what it says. Extend task 1 to keep a daily total of payments made for the parking. The daily total is zeroed at the start of the day. I'll show it when I'll be technically discussing it. For the simulation, each customer inputs the amount paid. In task 1, we saw that there was a price calculated, and then we will ask the customer to enter the amount. The amount which is being entered by the customer should be greater than or equal to the amount displayed. So we finished task 1 until the amount was displayed, but now we will be extending it and asking our user to enter the payment. If the payment is lesser than that, then there would be a validation check which will not let it through. And if the payment is greater than this shown amount, it will be accepted. There is no change given, so the amount input may exceed the amount displayed. Each customer payment is added to the daily total, and this total is displayed at the end of the day. Now let's see how we can simulate that, or how do we achieve it. So here we can see extend task 1 to keep a daily total. So let's start with task 2. Let's say I have entered Sunday. No, let's make it Tuesday now. Tuesday, enter hour of arrival for Tuesday. Let's say I came at 1400 hours. Maximum stay, I stayed for 2 hours. No. So there is my data. This is for the first customer. Let's say I'm the first customer. Now, if you could see, it has shown the price to park, and now it is asking us to enter the payment amount. So let's see if the validation works. I say I'm entering 19.5 maybe. So it says that your payment cannot be less than 20. So let's enter 21 or 20, yeah, 21. And as it says that there is no change given, so the amount input may exceed the amount displayed. So now let's enter 21. This will be accepted. Now, one customer's payment is done. Each customer payment is added to the daily total, and this total is displayed at the end of the day. So it is asking, do you want to finish data entry and see total takings, collection? I said, no, I have more customers to deal with. So since the day that was entered is the same, now this is the data entry for next customer. There is no point getting the data for the day again and again and again. Since it is the same day, they have said that this is the total. This total is displayed at the end of the day. So we are not going to take the day as input again. So this is for the second customer. So let's say customer arrives at 20, maximum is still, let's say it says 2. Do you have frequent parking card? Yes. Number entered is correct. Discount of 50% is given. As we know that after 1600 hours, a flat charge of 2 is made. So 50% discount will make it 1. Enter payment. I entered 1. This is accepted. I said no, I have another customer. So let's say this customer arrived at 12 noon. Maximum stay hours 1. No. No discount given, and they are charged 10. And let's say I have paid 10. And now after 3 entries, I say, okay, I want to wind the day up. So I say, yes. You want to finish data entry and see total takings? Yes. So total takings from the 3 customers are 32. That is how our task 2 will be done. So let's see. Let's study it again. Let's see if it is properly done. Keeping a total of the payments. Extend task 1 to keep a daily total of payments made for the parking. Okay, the daily total is 0. We did it at the start of the day. For the simulation, as in here, each customer inputs the amount paid. So we did. This must be greater than or equal to the amount displayed. So here the amount paid was 10. We made it enter. We made our customer to enter the data. If the data is more than the amount on the screen, then it is accepted. If it is less, then the validation comes to play and it rejects it. There is no change given, so the amount may exceed the amount displayed. Each customer payment is added to the daily total. That is what's happening. And at the end of the day, when we finish the day, it shows the total takings collections overall. And this total is displayed at the end of the day. So it is done. Now, task 3. Let's visualize with this simulation how it works. Making payments fair. So now what is happening that if someone is arriving, as we can see in this data chart, if someone arrives early and they like on Sundays, if someone let's say arrives at 1400 hours and stayed for 5 hours, so they will be charged as per the price which were enforced when they came, no matter if they stayed until after 1600 hours. So that is what they are saying. So if someone is, let's say on Saturday, someone is staying for 4 hours, but they are staying 2 hours before 1600 and 2 hours after 1600. In task 1, what is happening? Let's check. Someone arrives on Saturday at, let's say, 1400 hour. They stayed for 4 hours. No. So they were charged 12. So there is a charge of 3 per hour. They stayed from 1400 till 15, 16, 17, and 1800 for 4 hours. And they were charged as per the price which were enforced when they came. As it was said over here, the price per hour is calculated using the price enforced at the arrival time. So 4 multiplied by 3, that becomes 12. There we go. So 12 is charged. Now they say that this is unfair. If someone has arrived before 1600 and they have parked their car until after 1600, so for the price, for the hours they spent there uh, um, before 1600, they will be charged, they should be charged as per the price per hour over here, but afterward they should be charged 2 flat rate. So let's see what they say. Customers have complained that sometimes they are being charged too much if they arrive before 1600 hours and depart after 1600 hours. Extend task 1 to calculate the price before 1600 hours and then add the evening charge. So let's see for this example what happens in task 1. For example, a customer arriving at 1445 means we are entering 1400 on a Sunday, and parking for 5 hours was previously charged 10. Let's see if it is being charged for 10 in task 1. It is Sunday. Hour of arrival is 14. Stayed for 5 hours. Nope. So they are being charged. Yes, it is true. They are being charged for all 5 hours as per the rate that was enforced at the arrival time. Now they say they would now be charged 6. So let's see if they have arrived at 1400, and 14 and 15. For 14th hour and 15th hour, they should be charged 2. And afterwards, a flat rate of 2, which will make it 6 rather than 10. So let's see how it happens in task 3. So today is Sunday. Someone has arrived at 14. Maximum stay is 5 hours. And no. So see, now this simulation is telling that this task 3 is fulfilled. Now, as you can see, the whole pre-release material is discussed, and I hope that this would have made it clear that how we are going about this pre-release material. And do comment and ask questions in this video's discussion area underneath it, and stay tuned for more discussions now per task discussion and technical discussion with pseudocodes. Thank you very much. I see you soon.